You guys ready?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Welcome to the Zone's All Access, hosted by the Sports Center. Today, my guests are Justin Yeary, Levi Ellis, Axel Barton, and Elijah Young. Before we begin, I must thank our awesome team of marketing partners, plus our premier partners, and First Century Bank for supplying our communications, as always. Okay, this is episode 29, by the way. Pretty awesome. Okay, welcome, guys. Let's start with backgrounds and where you're from and all that. We'll go with you, Coach.
So I'm originally from Yeary, Virginia. Went to high school at Thomas Walker. So grew to spend most of my life there until we got married, moved over, and been in the Tazewell area since then.
All right. Coming on down the line.
I'm originally from Middlesboro, KY, and we moved about last year. So, yeah.
I'm originally from Ewing, Virginia, and we're still there.
Good deal. You're next.
I'm
A little louder.
I'm in Tennessee, and I still live there too.
Yeah. Let me pull this down. We'll share this. Justin, what did you play as a kid?
So I was a multi-sport athlete pretty much all my life. From the time I was old enough, I played baseball, basketball, football. Got into golf there a little bit last 2 years of high school, but kept all three through all of it.
Okay. What would you say your favorite sport was?
Baseball by far. Basketball would be a close second.
You have a favorite athlete or a team that you follow?
Tennessee, pretty much about everything across the board. Enjoyed watching. Just really got into Tennessee baseball the last couple years there, watching a lot. But growing up, probably King Griffey Jr., favorite athlete. Loved to watch him.
Yes, sir.
Just a great ball player.
Okay. What about you? What are you playing now?
I'm playing baseball right now, but I actually started playing t-ball when I was about maybe 4 or 3, but I never really got into it. But one of my coaches got me into baseball and coach pitch, and I've been playing
Any basketball or football?
Yeah, I play football right now, and I think I played basketball last winter.
Okay, what's your favorite?
Baseball.
All right, next.
I've played baseball for all my life. I've started playing baseball from t-ball. I was 3 or 4 whenever I started, and just keep on going.
Any football or basketball? No. What about you?
I started playing t-ball when I was like 3, and I played that. I started some basketball, like when I was 6 maybe.
All right.
And that's all I played.
Good deal. Justin, when did you decide you wanted to try coaching, and what all sports have you coached?
So it really started, I guess, when Elijah got into wee ball. They kind of filled that void from not getting to play anymore. So I started really enjoying it through that. We've coached baseball kind of from that up. We have coached some Little League basketball. And then we just recently, the past 2 years, have been helping out at the high school with baseball.
Well, has any coaching taught you anything so far?
Yeah, it has, especially going from different ages coming up and then going to the high school level too. Just seeing the different ages kids, different levels they're on, and really just more of enjoyment than anything, watching them learn at the game, grow at the game, and just watch them compete.
Okay, this to the players. What has sports taught you?
It's not all about winning.
There you go. It's cool.
It's just about just having fun playing the game that you love.
It's more fun to win, though.
Yeah.
All right, you're next.
It's just baseball is a fun sport. I like to play it because I make new friends all the time in baseball. And it's just fun.
All right.
Very fun.
It just gets you something to do, and it's like just very fun that you can compete and go stuff and like win stuff.
Okay. Back to you, Justin. Why should kids play travel ball?
So this is really our first year in it. One thing that I've noticed and why we've kind of decided to go to it, I believe they set different level of competition, especially getting to this age group now. Coming from Little League transition, a lot of these kids will be going into middle school this year and some the following year. There's a little bit of different transition from what they see in Little League to the middle school rules and kind of what they'll face. So I think it's going to help them transition that as travel ball will have that similar type rule with the leadoff stuff, the drop third strike, more stuff like that you won't see in Little League. And they're going to face competition that they've probably not seen before. So I think it kind of gets them ready for that, gets kind of a jump start once they go into middle school, high school ball, that they've kind of got that edge of the rules and the different style gameplay they'll be seeing.
Was you able to play travel ball?
I wasn't growing, so at that, what I remember wasn't really
Just now coming in?
Yeah, just coming in. Played through the All-Stars and got to see all that, but never much of the travel ball scene.
All right, let's talk about your travel ball team. How's it going to building that?
So it's actually been going great. We've got to have a couple practices. Of course, we tried to let All-Stars all that finish up. A lot of these kids were competing through it and wanted them to dedicate their time to that until they got through it. So we've got to have a couple practices. We got our first tournament coming up July 12th in Harrogate. So excited about that. But as far as the game itself, these boys have played since they were little. But what we've really tried to focus on right now is just that different set of rules and trying to get ready for what they'll see with the leadoffs and different things that they've not seen at all yet.
What would you say that one thing was that benefits an athlete?
As far as just really working hard, and we try to teach the boys stuff like that. If you're on the field, give 100%, and these kids are great about it. In between the foul lines, we want to be hustling. We want to give everything we've got to it, and I think that will benefit an athlete more. Going through the small thing, make sure you do the small things right, and making that something to daily attention. We tell the boys a lot, like every day we get out there, we need to get better. That should be a goal that every time they go to the field, whether they're practicing, playing a game, that hey, I'm going to get better today, and I'm going to leave here better than I came. And I believe if they have that confidence and that motivation to do that, then it's going to help them as an athlete through all sports.
Okay, players, starting with you again. What do you think about this opportunity to play on a travel ball team out of your hometown?
It's my first year playing, so I think it's pretty fun. I think it's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be my very fun first time playing.
Next.
This is my first year playing away from my hometown from travel ball, and I think it's just gonna be fun. Make new friends.
You will. What about you?
It's just fun. I just like traveling and playing different teams. It's just like not fun like just playing like same teams, and
right.
It's just you just get to learn more things that you've not done.
Good deal. How many players, Justin, do you want to have on the team?
So we try to keep that number around 12. We've got 13 right now, which is probably the max we would want to go. We wouldn't want to really go over that. Just with that number, because especially through travel ball and through summer stuff, you're going to have people traveling that with vacation stuff. So, but that gives you a good number that you have enough to go to the tournaments, but you don't want to get so many too that the kids can't see playing time.
Exactly. Yeah. How is a travel ball team funded for those that don't know?
So really with us, I know a lot of different ones have different things that they do with fundraising and stuff. Most tournaments we play are going to be low cost. Knoxville, our area here, Tri Cities level area there. So we did just a small team fee, pretty much covered some insurance and some uniforms. And then, like I said, Knoxville's great about offering a lot of weekend tournaments that are free to play in, and we'll try to keep managed with that. And like I said, one thing we're kind of growing at too. If we get into some bigger stuff, we'll look at fundraising stuff like that. But we try to keep it low cost as much as we can.
What's the goal of your travel ball team?
Seeing the kids grow at baseball, really. Like I said, I love to compete as much as the next one to us, and anytime we get on the field, we want to win. But at the end of the day, I want to see them grow and go through reps, do the small things right. See them recover when, game of baseball, it's a hard game. Errors are going to come, mistakes are going to come, strikeouts are going to come, and to see them forget that and go to the next play, see how they respond to competition that they'll see. A lot of times through Little League, they won't see, they'll see the same teams back and forth. They'll get into All-Stars. They'll start seeing some better competition and seeing how they respond. Because I'm sure we'll run into some teams that have been doing this a while and watching how they respond, not giving up and just competing.
As far as mistakes and overcoming them, how can you as a coach teach that?
It's just really, you got to hit a reset button. And even not only this age, even through the high school level, kids, as any of us, struggle with that. Teaching a kid that, hey, it's okay. It's going to happen. None of these kids are going to walk out there and not make errors. They're going to strike out and those things are going to come. Kind of let them know that, hey, that's all right. If you're doing your job right, and if you're resetting and then trusting the other 8 guys behind you, that they're going to have your back, that if something comes. So really just letting them know that, hey, let them know kind of what caused it, what we seen that they could make improvements on, but let them know at the same time that, it's okay, just reset and let's get the next one.
What are the needs that the travel ball team needs? Do you need anything to help you get started? Can community help in any way?
So really the Harriet Little League's been great. We've been able to use their facilities for practice. So that's really been great. Other than that, it's just, support from them. It's like, especially this tournament coming up, it's local in Harrogate. Come show these kids some support. It makes them, when they see a crowd out to watch them play, it's like playing to them at a college level. Like it's exciting for them. It's exciting for them to go and compete through that stuff. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
You kind of touched on this, but where all will they play at?
So right now we're luckily the first one by another local travel team, the Harry High. They're hosting the one in Harrogate. So we'll jump in it first to get started. We'll do a lot of Knoxville stuff. Looked at some Tri-Cities. We'll have some stuff coming up too that we'll probably try our best to jump in the that's in the Kingsport, Johnson City area.
What's the name of the team?
So it's the Tennessee Smashers.
Yeah, Smashers. Like it. To the players, how do you think you will play, or how will you like playing when you travel on the road? Will it be just a new experience to you that you've never had before?
Yeah.
Kind of exciting that way, right?
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
How will you feel?
Gonna go to new places, play on new fields, just have fun.
All right. And you?
It'll just be a good experience traveling and just having fun in different places.
All right. Coach, do you feel that travel ball kind of takes away from having your city on your jersey or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Does it take away from that?
Yeah, and I've always and still am 100% fan of Little League and encourage players, and that's why we really tried to get going after it finished up because don't ever want to pull these kids away from that. So that's kind of one thing it does, and I always encourage kids that do play some travel ball, and we see it through the high school level a lot too. We've got kids that will compete. But once summer comes and that season finishes, they're on a travel ball team and they're playing. And I do encourage that because they're seeing baseball almost year round at that point. And one thing about any sport you play, the more reps, the more that you go through it, you're going to grow at it. But there's always something about playing for your local little league, playing for the high. And these boys, that's what their goal is. They'll grow up and they're going to put on their high school jerseys and they're going to compete local. And a lot of them, as you've heard, that we've got some Millsboro kids, Tazewell kids, Harrogate kids, Ewing kids, and they'll separate and they'll compete against each other one day.
Okay, what ages is your team going to
be? So right now we'll be 10U. Come August-wise, the way the travel ball works is kind of their new season. Some tournaments will flip to at that point and have to play 11U. Just by some bird, and then some will still play classify as a 10U. But mostly right now we've got 9-10-year-olds. We do have one 8-year-old on the team, and then like I said, some of these kids will be turning 11 soon. But pretty much that 9-10-year-olds what we got right now.
How can community businesses reach you if they want to help?
Yeah, so they can contact me there through my email, phone number, and that too. We can post that on there. And be glad, like I said, if they want to support the kids in any way, we'd be glad to reach out to them and help and get in contact with the ways they could do that.
All right. What all is needed from a player that wants to join?
So really, just a ball glove. If you got that, then you can come. We would help try to figure that out, but really, it's just show up and we look for kids that they want to get better. They want to grow at the game of baseball and they're going to give everything they've got the time that they're there. And if you'll, want to do that, it's easy to get started.
Okay, this is for all of you again. What do you want to say about travel ball? You first, Coach.
So, like I said, we are excited about it. It's still very new to us, so we're going to get our feet wet here in a couple weeks with it. I've got to see some of our middle school local. We went and watched some of them play in some tournaments throughout the summer. But I'm excited to see the competition and really excited to see where we start versus how the kids grow at it when this comes to an end this year.
I'm pretty excited for it. I'm excited to just play and
ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
I'm excited. It's my first time playing, and I think it's going to be a fun experience.
It'll be a fun experience. If we just need everybody to just give 100% and just play just good and just try to play hard.
Is there any risk of players burning out when they play so much sports?
There is, and that's something we see a lot in our youth and even active through a lot of things. And I even asked my boy, I was like, listen, just let me know if it gets to the point. But honestly, I believe at this age that they just love being on the field. Whether that's basketball, football, baseball, you can ask any of them. There's a lot of them that will leave one practice to go the other through this, and your mind thinks that, are they getting burnt out? But they just love it. They love the game. They love being there.
All right, to each of you, what's your best moment in sports?
My favorite that I remember growing up is probably our 11, 12-year-old all-star team. We ended up making it to state. So we got to go to Washington, D.C. And playing it, and it was just a different environment, I guess. I got to see teams that we hadn't normally seen all through Little League. So just going through that experience, getting to spend the week in Washington, D.C., playing baseball at some of the nice facilities we've been at, that's always really stuck out to me that I've enjoyed.
Best moment?
I think the first year when I made the All-Stars team, I think it was the first time in 15 years that Harrogate All-Stars has ever made it to a championship. I think so. I think that's what it was.
Okay. What's your favorite moment?
Whenever we in All Stars, we won our first game right there, and this was my first year playing All Stars this year, so it was a really fun experience, and we won that first game, and I was really excited.
Do you have a favorite moment or best moment?
I just liked when I played All Stars, and like he said, it was just fun of winning a game because when I was in coach pitch, we never won a game.
All right. I'll give you the last word, and if they want to add something, they can.
Just want to say, thanks for having us out for sure. Like I said, just a reminder, if you get a chance, local tournament Harrogate coming up, come out, support the kids. There'll be a lot of good baseball played for this young age. Thank for the opportunity we get to coach these kids from this all the way to the high school level. We look forward to it. Look forward to making this something that seeing these kids grow, not just through this year, but would like to see them as they age up. We've been with a lot of this group of kids for a while, some new ones that we've not got to coach with, but our kids have got to play around each other. So we're excited to see where it goes and see what it brings in the future.
All right. Say anything you want.
I guess just thanks for having me here for the interview, I guess.
That's good. What about you?
Thanks for having us here for this, and it was really fun being here.
Okay.
It's just a great opportunity to come here because I never got to do something like this, and I'm just grateful that I get to play travel ball and everything.
Actually, I left one question off. It's for you boys. What would you say to other people looking to get into sports, other kids looking to get into sports, baseball, football?
I would probably say just about try your hardest, and if one of your teammates is down on the shelf, try and lift them up.
Good advice.
Just go out there, have fun, and make new friends. It ain't all about winning. You win some and you lose some.
Just never give up and never back down, and just that's all I was saying.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it. And thanks to all our partners, First Century Bank, of course, for the communications. And thank you all for watching. I'll have another one scheduled for tomorrow at the same time. It'll be CHS wrestling coach Daniel Martin at 4:30. Join us then. Until then, God bless.
See you. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go.